Message massage. Massage the message. Go through, make it feel good for the person you're out there. Make telephone calls professionally. Plan an agenda in your head. Sometimes I should take up the pen and paper or my iPad and I write down the 3 points I want to make sure I convey, just in case I forget or I get caught off a tangent as you go through. Use a 3-point introduction. Call the person by name, identify yourself, and this is why I'm calling. Hi, so-and-so, I'm this, okay, and I'm calling because of this. That way, they can start formulating in their head what the context is about, who you are, and if necessary, the position that you're at if they don't know you very well, and then make certain you tell them why you're calling right up front so they can start thinking about what we're in the process of doing. Be brisk if you're rushing the process. Be cheerful and accurate as you go through. Make certain it's very good and be professional and courteous. And by the time you're all done, end the call politely as you go through. Do your best to avoid the telephone tag about going back and forth 4 or 5 times. Leave complete voicemail messages so they understand the context as you go through. Answer promptly when somebody calls you. Identify yourself. Hi, I'm so-and-so and everything else. Sometimes put your position in there. Be responsive and helpful. Practice telephone confidentiality and let them know, okay, if this is your concern, you can feel free to share it with me and I will not ever use your name in the context as you go through. Say something like that. Take messages carefully. Sometimes if you don't write it down, you're going to forget what was said or some of the specifics that needed to be done in the process because you forgot to write it down in the process. Leave the line respectfully. If you have to sit or bow out of a group call, says, I apologize, everybody. I have to leave. I have a crushing appointment at this time over here. The best way to do that, if you're going to leave a meeting early, is you tell everybody up front why you're leaving and everything else in the process. That way, they're not going to ask questions. And when you do bow out, they'll know why. Explain what you're doing when you transfer the calls. You know, when I get treated like this, that really helps me an awful lot, especially when somebody says, watch out for your ears. I got a loud beep. That helps me because beep, all of a sudden you get really ticked off that somebody did that to you. So that being said, be courteous to the people around you. Those people that sit in the lobby of whatever office and they're on the cell phone, they're obnoxious. Don't be that obnoxious person in the process. If they say wireless free areas, the quiet area, please respect that because all that happens, you tick people off and you don't become the very first person on the list of people that I like to be around. Okay, speak in low conversational tones. Okay, take only urgent calls. Avoid being disruptive. If you're in a meeting and you had to take the call, step out of the meeting in the process or text them up, call you back as you go through. You know, and when it comes to business, sometimes you need to focus in on that right there, and you need to say, you know what, I'm going to pull over and I'll call you back in 3 minutes, and pull over and talk to them, and that way you can focus and give them your attention. They want to be the center of your world, not the red light in front of you or the brake lights in front of you that you came 3 inches away from smashing into their back end. Drive now, talk later as you go through. Choose a professional ringtone. I mean, don't put AC/DC on your thing. I mean, like, oh my gosh, in the process, make certain you have something that's professional and doesn't distract everybody, especially some kind of wild tune you have on there as you go. And that may be cute, but after 2 or 3 times somebody hearing that, all they do is get ticked in the process. Don't text and drive, pull over. Texting right now is on an uptick, and so are pedestrian deaths from people being distracted. We have so many things built into cars now to avoid running into people, running into things that people think they're safe, except for the fact they're not safe from somebody not paying attention and texting. Use the voicemail on the receivers and make certain don't use voicemail to avoid taking calls. I had a couple of people do that, and it's just really rude, especially when you sit down and grab it and they just said, oh, I didn't mean to get you, and I was leaving a voicemail. Oh yeah, that happens at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so prepare a professional, concise, friendly greeting in your phone. Test your message, make sure that it recorded what you said, and then take the last half sentence because it cut out at the very beginning. Respond to messages promptly, and if you got planned vacations or extended absences, make certain your voicemail says that. On the caller's end, be prepared to leave a message. So have a message in your mind in case you don't answer the phone. Be concise, be thorough, be courteous at the whole time. I'm really tired of having to get a hold of you, but you respond to my messages now? that probably isn't the best thing. And if they ever do call you back, it may not be the best response that you get. Speak slowly and articulate as you go through, and be careful with confidential information. If you're going to leave something on voicemail, that there's a chance that that person on the other end may forward it to somebody else. And whatever you say could be forwarded it. I had that happen one time. A college president sat down, left the voice messages out there, and he sat there and he said something inappropriate, and it got forwarded to me by the time it was all done, and I had to deal with certain behaviors because of his inappropriate and possibly unethical problems that he had in the process. So on the messages you go through, massage it, use name, their name, a clear message, avoid phone tag, be polite. Oh, did I mention be polite? I think you should be polite. Avoid taking calls via voicemail, not taking calls. So that being said, make certain your message passage that you're going through is really good, and always have a message massage. Take care.